What's up, guys? Sports Legends Podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about the 2020 NFL Draft. We all play football. We all play basketball. I play soccer.
I play lacrosse.
He plays lacrosse. My bad. And
I used to play baseball.
yeah.
So.
And we all love sports. We all love talking about sports. So that's why we decided to start a podcast.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, literally 5 minutes ago about sports. And things that happen with them. Today we're gonna be talking about we're gonna be doing some analysis of the first round and second round of the draft. Jackson, this is Jackson. I'm AJ. This is Jaden. Jackson's gonna be starting with the first round.
All right. First pick, the Bengals selected Joe Burrow.
I agree with that pick. Of course, Joe Burrow showed out last year. He led LSU to the national championship, which is
Who was surprised that he went first overall?
nobody.
Bum.
Exactly. Nobody. My bad. That's
Yeah.
my phone.
No one expected that.
Yeah.
Everyone expected that.
It was kind of an obvious pick, especially for the Bengals
And
because
yeah.
they needed a quarterback.
And same
so.
for the Redskins. Everyone expected Chase Young. He's the best player in the draft by far.
Absolutely. And,
Generational talent, you know?
And back to Joe Burrow. The way that he showed out at LSU, not only he can be a running threat.
Yeah.
He doesn't show it off people like Jalen Hurts.
He didn't have to.
Exactly.
He was never troubled.
Yeah, he never really had to run. He always had LSU had one of the greatest offensive lines I've probably ever seen, and there's no surprise there. Joe Burrow, best pick in my opinion.
And the third pick, the Lions took Jeff Okudah from Ohio State, which everyone expected.
Yeah,
People thought they were going to trade it.
Right.
To the
They had a
Chargers.
good year. Ohio's.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
They
medi-
should
it
have won the
was-
national championship.
It was mediocre. I mean, it was really good, but it was also kind of.
They ended
Kinda-
on a crappy way.
They kind of at the same level as Georgia. In my
He's a
opinion.
great player, though. He knows how to make plays. He knows how.
He did not, if y'all didn't notice, he did not commit a personal flag. He did not commit a flag. No pass interference, not anything in college.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
His whole career.
In college. That's
I mean, at least he knows how to play. He doesn't. He's well-rounded.
Who did you get drafted by again?
The Lions.
Yeah, they
All right.
definitely need
In
number
this
one.
pick, this one gets interesting. No one expected this, but Andrew Thomas out of Georgia went to fourth pick. Now, at the beginning of the year, he was posted to top 30, number 2. He was number 2 for a while, but he went down, then he came right back up to the Giants. Great. It's a mediocre pick.
I mean,
Daniel Jones, anything would have been better than Daniel Jones last year. No one expected Daniel Jones.
exactly. I agree. And then the fifth pick,
Fifth pick, Tua.
Tua.
I'm not gonna say his last name because I don't know it.
Tagovailoa.
I've always loved
Miami
Tua.
Dolphins.
I've never, after Nick Saban put him in, it was a gutsy play. Jalen was not showing out. It was against Georgia.
Yeah,
He was not showing out
against
and-
the national championship.
Exactly.
Tua
National
came in.
championship. Nick Saban, honestly, I would not have done that.
I just think it sucks they got hurt, man. Like it kind of just.
That's the thing, though.
Do you think
I
he would have been taken
I think-
ahead of Chase Young if he didn't
yeah,
get injured?
I think he was been top 2.
I think Tua might have been ahead of
Burrow?
no.
No, not
maybe.
Burrow.
No.
If he would have won the national championship, I think he would have been best.
But they weren't. Nobody was gonna beat that LSU team. And nobody. Honestly, you go back and you pick the best teams that you want to play. Nobody's gonna beat that LSU team. Play it again. Nobody's gonna beat them.
Yeah.
And the way Tua, the way Nick Saban runs his offense, he fits kind of perfectly in
Kind of
that.
reminds me like of Michael Vick.
And his weapons were amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy,
All credit go.
Yeah.
Henry Ruggs.
Henry
Who
Ruggs.
goes really high in this draft.
Yeah.
Now the sixth pick, Justin Herbert. This pick's interesting. He reminds me of a young. I don't know how to compare him. He's 6'6".
He's a big boy.
6'6", 236 pounds.
Like imagine that coming at you, dude. Like that's.
And he against Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl, he turned on the Jets. He turned on the Jets that one play, if y'all remember.
He's it's an interesting pick for number 6.
Really?
There's players that should have maybe gone a little bit higher than him, but I mean, creds. I mean, he's good, but I wouldn't have picked him at 6.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
Pick number 7.
Derek Brown. This is where I think they should have taken Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons is a generational talent. He played safety, outside linebacker, corner, defensive end, and middle linebacker. He played all those like more than like 50 times each.
There's one player that is not. I don't think he's. I don't know if he was in the first round. He's in the second round. I'm about to talk about him, but he's a threat all around to me. And whenever you start talking about him, an all around threat, it made me think of Lynn Bowden Jr. from Kentucky, the quarterback, wide receiver. He was a quarterback in high school. They got hurt. He played wide receiver. Heck of a wide receiver, very good. They put him in at quarterback, and he did all he could with a Kentucky team like that. They weren't amazing, but they had some, weapons. They had a few weapons. What's that wide receiver? Has a cool name.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But back to the 7th pick, Derek Brown. Derek Brown, a
All right.
monster of a talent. He played at Auburn. How big is he?
Another SEC school.
6'5", 326 pounds.
God.
He's a monster.
He's a big boy, and that's where. What does he play? Offensive.
He plays defensive tackle.
I mean, like, how do you? I don't
He's
know
a-
how you push that back.
He's fast too. And number 8, Isaiah Simmons. I do not agree with this pick at all. They didn't need a safety. They had Buda Baker, who's a great all-around player.
Who did he get drafted by?
He got drafted by Cardinals.
They need a.
They need a
I guess
running back now.
Or a running back or a receiver.
But no one takes a running back this high. Well, except Saquon, because it's Saquon.
Yeah, I agree. Where did you take your running backs in? The second?
Yeah, second round.
I don't know.
Maybe 20s to 30s, like
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, I agree.
But Isaiah Simmons, he kind of reminds me of Jabril Peppers out of Michigan.
Yes, I agree with that.
He played very elusively in Michigan. He played almost like every position, I think, right? He played
Yeah.
quarterback. He played running back. He's a safety now for the Giants.
He's one of those scary players that nobody really wants to go against.
Now, number 9. This is when people were thinking that the Falcons were going to trade up and try to get C.J. Henderson. But the Jaguars stayed strong. They took C.J. Henderson out of Florida.
Yeah.
He's not a real physical player. His tackling needs to be improved dramatically.
Yeah, I agree.
He's
100%.
a great ball threat, though. I like him.
Yeah, he came from Florida. Who's their quarterback? Was that Fleet?
I don't know.
What Fleet is that?
I'm not a big Florida fan. No bias
I
at
don't.
all.
I
but-
mean, Florida's not my favorite team.
Number 10, Dredrick Wells Jr. of offensive tackle Alabama. Now, people usually had let me check. People had him at the number 1 in his position, ahead of Andrew Thomas.
How big is he?
Let me check. 6'4". He's that big, and he's a monster. I mean, he protected two Jalen Hurts. Yeah, that's really all.
I mean, yeah.
And
Well, actually,
the Browns.
And-
Browns. Now they have Nick Chubb, Baker Mayfield,
threats.
Odell Beckham, tight end David Njoku. I don't know if I said that right. He's underrated. I like him a lot.
yeah, and
Great pick by the.
Alabama set a record this year. The first team to have all 12 players on the offense and defensive side, all 12 players to be drafted in the first round. Did you know
Yeah.
that?
I know it.
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah,
And it's
I mean,
like-
of course, he's the Alabama team. Nick Saban's the greatest coach of all
And
time.
it's like Jalen Hurts and Tua. It's not like they really need a good offensive line in a way because they're really good at getting out of the pocket.
Now,
I would
number 11, Mekhi Becton. If y'all didn't know, he's
Yes.
6'8". He's probably 6'8". No, 6'7". My fault. 364 pounds.
He's a beast.
And he ran.
Wasn't he one of those people that used to play basketball
Yeah.
when he was younger?
If you can look up his high school highlights, he jammed on people. But you know what's the most amazing about all this about him? He ran a 5.1 seconds in the 40-yard.
I saw that.
That's fast for a lineman that big.
For somebody who's 345 pounds, is that what
Yeah.
you said?
He went to the Jets. He's gonna protect Sam Darnold, Le'Veon Bell. They have great weapons. They later.
The
draft-
Jets had such a good draft, honestly, in my
They
opinion.
really did.
Yeah. Now the number 12 pick. Besides the Cardinals pick, I hate this pick honestly. The Raiders selected Henry Ruggs ahead of Jared Judy and
But Henry
CeeDee
Ruggs
Lamb.
is really good.
Okay,
Don't get me
number
wrong,
one,
fast-
CeeDee Lamb.
best player.
Dude,
Best
have
player
you
in the
seen him dunk?
Henry Ruggs, yeah.
No, CeeDee Lamb, dude.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah. Henry Ruggs, he's super fast. Didn't he run like a 4.29?
Something
40-yarder?
like that. And
That's
then,
stupid.
but I don't know if I would pick Ruggs over Judy
Yeah.
just because
Jared Judy's the best receiver in the draft. Don't get that twisted.
I could agree with you on that.